Now to present the BAFTA for animation. We have actual royalty in the house, a pop princess and a former queen of the jungle. She was so popular in I'm a Celebrity that even the rats voted for her. Please welcome the delightful Stacey Solomon.
Hello. It's such a pleasure to be here tonight. I just want to say thank you to each and every single person in this room who keeps my children quiet. Thank you so much. And the nominees for animation are...
Animation. The Amazing Adrenalini Brothers.
Greetings! I am Baron von Bad Guy. And you are?
Adrenalini. Ink. Adrenalini.
Well, Ink Adrenalini, you can be sure of a warm welcome here.
The Amazing World of Gumball.
There's a monstrous creature attacking our mother! We need to face the consequences of our actions and help her out!
Yes, I'm sorry, you're right. Wait a minute. Why has it gone quiet?
The Gruffalo's Child.
His eyes aren't fiery. His tail isn't scaly. His whiskers aren't wiry.
The Mechanical Musical Marvel.
An octopus has many arms, but even he can't teach us how to operate them all when they're beyond our reach. And with so many moving parts, oh dear, what can we do? With only 2 arms and 2 legs, how can we guide air through?
Woo! And the BAFTA goes to... Very exciting. The Amazing World of Gumball.
Advertises Iceland.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank the team who worked really hard on this show. It's a really hard show to make, as you've heard James said before. I'd love to thank Cartoon Network for their support. And it's great to be here, and thank you.
Okay, let's move on to the BAFTA for drama. Yes, darlings. Presenting this is an actor who's not afraid to take on unpopular roles. He's been a vampire, a serial killer, and a policeman. He's become an integral part of ITV1 hit police drama Inspector George Gently. Please welcome, with the biggest claps and cheers and stamping of feet, for Lee Ingleby.
Good evening. So here we are at the halfway point of the ceremony. It's not really, you're all starving. Okay, the nominations for drama are...
Drama. Postcode.
Why are you holding that, Zach? Did he threaten you?
No,
But you caught him breaking in, yeah?
Mum, just let it go.
What, because he might bring his mates back round with him if we don't?
Look, Mum, it's clear he hasn't got anything.
Yeah, not for the want of trying.
I wasn't trying.
No, I'm trying. I'm trying to keep my family together in the house we live in, and you just waltz in and think it's fine to take bits away?
Lost Christmas.
It's just a wind-up, right? Everyone knows you're upset, right?
Please. Please.
Time of the city. On a tall column stood the statue of the Happy Prince. He was gilded all over with thin leaves, fine gold.
Roy.
He's out there first thing in the morning and last thing at night.
172, 173.
Oh, he should give himself a rest. He hasn't touched his computer in days.
Is it me, or is he getting skinnier?
Tracy Beaker returns.
Who's this? Your new roommate.
And the BAFTA goes to Roy.
It's heavy. Thanks very much. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Now, classic example of somebody not being prepared for this, but that's all I have. I was like to say, actually, I'm completely flabbergasted. So, thanks very much to BAFTA. This is an incredible honour. CBBC, Sue Knott, who was just amazing and inspirational, and she's been with us from day one. To Damien Kavanagh, who believed in us all the way, and thanks very much for that. And Joe Godwin, who wrote a big check recently, thank you very much. And obviously to all our family and friends and our mammies who are down there and our significant others. Thanks very much for believing in us, and we're just completely flabbergasted, and thanks very much. It's an amazing honour. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
That way, photos. There you go. Well done. Thank you very much to Lee Ingleby there, from Inspector George Gently, a fabulous drama on the BBC. We've arrived at the award for entertainment. They're getting bigger towards the night. The presenters for this award are two members of McFly. That's got to be worth a scream, hasn't it, girlies? That was just the producers on our table, that wasn't it? They've sold over 10 million albums. They've turned their hands to literature now and have penned their first children's book, The Dinosaur That Pooped Christmas, which very cleverly encapsulates the three things that children love the most: dinosaurs, Christmas, and poop. It's a great read, but it has put me off the chocolate log. Thank you. Please welcome Tom Fletcher and Dougie Pointer.
Hello. Hi. Good evening. The other two aren't here because they weren't invited, to be honest. Hooray! Which we're very happy about. We're the better two, we like to think.
Yes.
The nominees for entertainment are...
Entertainment. Friday Download. Junior Bake Off.
Congratulations on being our 4 finalists. You should be extremely proud of your achievement. You truly have impressed our judges, Paul and Mary, today. But they have made their final decision. Can you please step forward, bakers?
The Slammer.
This is a little wig. I'm sure nobody wants to wear this. I do. What did you say?
I said I do.
You want to wear that?
Yes, I do. It's gonna bring back so many memories.
Oh, good, right. And that goes on there. Fantastic. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, memories like the corners at
Yes.
The Big Performance 2.
After weeks of training, it's time to sing live to the nation.
We're going to be on that stage in a few hours.
Everything they've learned culminates in this one song for children in need.
There is nothing more I can do.
Can they find the courage to give the show of their lives?
I just can't believe it, we're here.
It's time for their big performance.
And the BAFTA goes to Friday Download.
Thank you to BAFTA. I've just booked McFly, so that's a good start to the evening. I'd like to thank Damien Kavanagh, who really saw the promise in this show. Joe Godwin for a wet leg. I'll let him explain later in the bar. Melissa Harding, who is just the wonderful exec producer on the show, who's done very supportive on all the shows that I've made with CBBC. Obviously, I'd love to thank Cheryl for her future investment in the show. The most stupidly talented presenters that you'll see on television, for their age, they are phenomenal, and I'd like to thank them personally now, because I think they're brilliant. And the hardest working production team in children's television, they are phenomenal. Thank you very much indeed, BAFTA. Thank you.
Okay. We need a bit of quiet for this one, because we need an equally big cheer when it's announced. We move on to the BAFTA for presenter. To present this award, a woman who's been a member of Mystique, a Strictly favourite, and now a judge on Britain's Got Talent. When Simon Cowell said he wanted a new young face for Britain's Got Talent, she was the first person he called after his plastic surgeon. Please give it up for the fantastic Alicia Dixon.
Good evening. Boundless enthusiasm, natural warmth, and fearlessness are just some of the qualities that the nominees have for this award. Now, the nominees for presenter are Steve Backshall for Deadly 60, Justin Fletcher for Something Special, Kemi Magix for Milkshake Presentation, and Helen Skelton for Helen's Polar Challenge for Sport Relief. Let's take a look at them in action.
Presenter. Steve Backshall for Deadly 60.
Look at that, that's a completely different animal. Back up, Brian, back up. I cannot believe the total change in attitude of this animal. No, 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 no. As soon as they've got food on the brain, they've changed from a slumbering, slow-moving creature into a predatory dinosaur.
Justin Fletcher for something special.
This is how you pass the ball. Hey up! Oh, pass it back, that's it. Oh, easy. He's got a good pass. Oh, now this is how you kick the ball. Right, you just have to make a little divot. Yeah, I was known for this, you know. Oh, yes. Put that down there and... Oh, me back.
Kemi Majeks for milkshake presentation.
Get those thumbs out. You know what's next. Now give me a great big shake. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Up, down again. Looking good. Thumbs. Now the ice milkshakers. Shake what you got. Come on, let's do that wiggly move 4 times. All over the place this morning. Woo-hoo-hoo. And 4 big crisscrosses as well.
Helen Skelton for Helen's Polar Challenge for Sport Relief.
At the end of Day 17, Helen's cough is improving and they're within touching distance of the South Pole.
It has been an adventure in the sense that there's been highs and lows and ups and downs. And I think today I just took a step back and thought, do you know what, I came here to get to the South Pole in one piece. And I don't want to tempt fate, but it looks like that might happen.
Okay, and the BAFTA goes to Justin Fletcher for something special.
Wow. Thanks very much, everyone. I'm pretty much speechless, which is quite rare. First of all, I'd like to thank the other nominees. I mean, there's unbelievable people in there. So can I just say a thank you to Kemi and Steve and Helen. Thank you very much. This is an incredible thing, but it's my mum's 70th birthday today. So a huge happy birthday to my mum. So I'm going to say thank you very much to BAFTA, thank you to Joe, to Kay, to Ali, and Paul, Alan, of course, for giving me the job in the first place, and Steve and Anna, and everyone at the Beeb for supporting me in all that I do. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks to BAFTA, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, we arrive at our final award of the evening, everybody. It's a biggie. The BAFTA Special Award is given in recognition of creative, outstanding contribution to our industry. Presenting this prestigious award is somebody whose body of work is nothing short of astonishing. You're going to want to be quiet for this, it's amazing. Thank you very much. From Danger Mouse to the Darling Buds of May. From Del Boy to D.I. Frost. Mange too, Rodney. A man for whom seeing a succession of BAFTAs one after the other must be a bit like looking at his own mantelpiece. Please welcome, with as much noise as you can possibly muster, a BAFTA fellow, the great Sir David Jason.
Goody. Thank you. Hey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, what a welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. I know you're all getting a little bit tired and a little bit hungry and dying for a drink, and me included. But just a few minutes, because this is quite important, and it's quite important to me, that I'd like to just share with you a few anecdotes. I just want to let you know that an artist's greatest ambition is to have a career that is significant, lengthy, and varied. And the recipient of the special award, you know, he's been there on all three accounts. I'm talking about Brian Cosgrove. Now, Brian Cosgrove, yeah. Thank you. I'll just tell you a little bit about him, that after leaving, he graduated from, art college and joined Granada TV in Manchester. Now there he met another young man with burning ambitions to get into animation, and that was his friend, and it became his partner, Mark Hall. And they formed a little company called Stop Frame Productions, which together they started making small films and some commercials. And it was here that Brian made his first cartoon series for television in a shed belonging to his father-in-law. So nothing much has changed there. The Magic Ball won awards in both Chicago and Venice, the Venice Film Festival. While Brian and Mark's talents were beginning to be recognized around the world, here in the UK, Thames Television invited them to create animated programs and formed a subsidiary of Thames Television, which Brian and Mark would head up, and it was called Cosgrove Hall Productions. Yes. Now, with a staff of about 6, they converted an old tobacco and confectionery warehouse in a place called Chorlton-cum-Hardy. Right. Seriously, Chorlton-cum-Hardy is a real place, right? It's just outside Manchester, I know. I've been there. Well, in this makeshift production, they started to make productions, and the first series was the tale of a happy dragon, a wicked witch, and a land where people had wheels instead of legs and feet. Yes, I think I've been there. Anyway, Brian once said to me, he said, you know, there's a sort of humour in the name, Chorlton-cum-Hardy. He said, it rolls off the tongue. Yes, you could get quite a lot of laughs out of that. So he was stuck with what to call this little show of his, and so he named it Chorlton and the Wheelies. And there it was, yes, that was Brian started, and that was his real creation. The adventures of he then moved on, rather, to his, well, probably one of his minor successful creations called The World's Greatest Secret Agent, and his well-meaning but useless sidekick, Penfold, and it became one of the company's most successful series, Danger Mouse. Good grief, Brian. It's no good looking there, sir. It's all your damn fault. Anyway, Danger Mouse at its height, I have to tell you, was watched by 21 million viewers. It's not bad for a little bit of animation, is it? Anyway, I think just at this point, quickly, I would like to tell you a little story about my first contact with Brian and how I nearly talked myself out of my future with Cosgrove Hall. Brian was holding auditions for the voices of cartoon characters, and as I entered the studio, he handed me a picture of Danger Mouse and said that he'd like me to test for this character. And I said to him, now, look, I hope you're going to make, real animation, like Disney makes. I said, I'm not having the fashion of these latest cartoons where they're just drawings and only the mouth moves. He said, no, on the contrary, because he used to talk like that, from up there. But little did I know that how true he was to those words, because I soon learnt one of the secrets of his animation, and that was when there was a lot of story to be told, he'd stick Danger Mouse in his car with the steering wheel just over the mouth. So that was one of his tricks. The other one was to put Danger Mouse in a cave, and he only had to animate one eye. That's absolutely true. Well, I continue to work with Brian on many projects over the next 10 years, and our friendship endures to this day, I'm very glad to say. My admiration for Brian's creativity, genius, and dedication is insurmountable. Now, the 80s were the golden age for Cosgrove Hall and Brian's portfolio of classic children's series, which he produced and often directed. Brian and Mark were hands-on animators. They were not only animators, they were teachers and they were directors. They trained and inspired many young people in the art of animation, winning their lasting affection and admiration. The shows they produced, from the company's inception to the point the studio closed in 2009, formed the backdrop to many childhoods and have created brands that have endured to this day. I'm glad to say that Brian has decided to return to his passion of making animated programs, and with exciting new projects in the works, there is no sign of him slowing down. So I'd just like to show you now a little snapshot of the illustrious career of my friend Brian Cosgrove.
I first met Brian and his business colleague Mark Hall when they were both graphic artists at Granada Television. They were very keen to do animation, and Granada didn't want to know about animation.
Somewhere in England, by the seaside, there's a town called Haythornthwaite.
Fast forward about 18 months, and Brian got in touch with me again. By this time, they were now Cosgrove Hall Productions, part of Thames Television, and they'd come up with a series called Chorlton and the Wheelies. And they were having difficulty finding someone who could write it with a sufficient element of balminess in it.
Cause we've got Chorlton, who's the dragon, he will keep you free from harm.
Anything that approached logic in Cosgrove Hall was instantly banned, really. But it was a big hit, so we took off.
Jamie and the Magic Torch.
Jamie and the Magic Torch came immediately after Chorlton and the Wheelies. Drawn animation rather than the model animation. I did all the voices for that.
Right, he said. You'll have to take cover from the spaceship. We're being invaded by Martians.
Martians?
Martians? Jamie and Wordsworth were worried, and then Jamie smiled. Oh, it's only Bully Bundy.
I came out of college straight from illustration. My degree was in illustration. Went straight to Cosgrove Hall. They just moved into the new building in Chorlton-cum-Hardy. They offered me a job on the spot.
Morning, Jean.
And I said, great, I'll take it. What is it? And Brian said, oh, as an animator, we'll train you. And that was a story that was repeated time and time again with people.
He's the greatest, he's fantastic. Wherever there is danger, he'll be there. Danger Mouse, amazing. Danger Mouse, astounding. Danger
What I loved about Danger Mouse was it was a time when there was no internet and there was only 3 or probably 4 channels on television, and so there was hardly any, post school, if you weren't playing sport or hanging out with your mates, it was what was on television. So I used to run home, and then the theme tune would come on.
Chief! When we worked on Danger Mouse, we couldn't believe our luck. It was such a fantastic show to work on. Brian always was very, very hands-on, and he drew this storyboard, and we had it covering walls in the studio, and he'd come in and take you through your sequence.
And then he grabs its jaws and holds the jaws open. And then the next movement is he takes the teeth out, and the jaws are going to fall and go all sort of floppy and fall down.
Autograph hunters.
We always knew it would be a big success, and it was right from the start.
I remember that Penfold's glasses always hung in mid-air, didn't they? And every now and again they go up and down when he was a little bit surprised about something. And in fact, he always wore a suit. Danger Mouse was naked, as I recall, for the most part, wasn't he? Just we had that sort of red band and the eye patch. Penfold always looked like he'd just come out of accounts.
The recording sessions were absolutely fantastic.
Maybe the weather will be better in the morning.
We couldn't believe our luck that David Jason was involved in it, Terry Scott, real voices.
There's a two-headed faceless thing at the bottom of the bed! Ooh! Oh, yes. Those are your feet, Penfold.
Well, the thing that kept me at Cosgrove Hall for 32 years was that it was such a fantastic place to work. It was a very interesting time to be in animation as well, because new technology was coming in all the time. Mark and Brian were finding new ways for us to express ourselves in the medium of animation.
They managed to create this kind of ambience of hard work and creativity with a great deal of fun and spontaneity as well.
I say, you fellows, this is the only way to travel!
My role on Wind in the Willows was head of the puppet workshop, and Brian sculpted the character of Mr. Toad. At the time, I think it was quite a cutting-edge piece of animation. He's always been a great sculptor. Because he's so passionate about animation and such a perfectionist, it was always kind of very challenging. It was always very rewarding as well, but it helped to continually push the frontiers of what we were doing with stop motion at the time.
Steady! Steady!
I was taken on for 6 weeks and paid by petty cash, and ended up staying there for 14 years.
In the heart of Transylvania, in the Vampire Hall of Fame, yeah, there's not a vampire as any other.
Duckula, who was a bit part in Danger Mouse, was designed by Brian, and he got his own series.
Look, let us get this sorted out, okay? I am not, okay?
Okay.
I am not, you are, okay?
Okay.
But you are who am I, and you are you be, okay?
Okay.
Whew. But yes,
Who might you be?
From a really young age, all I ever wanted to do was animation. A lot of that can be down to Brian and his studio's work. It's what I grew up with, it's what I came to love.
I is the big friendly giant. The BFG! That's me!
Brian and Mark have established an animation industry in the northwest of England, and I think that's a great lasting achievement.
I think your feet are on fire. Crumbs, Chief. What do we do now? I'm taking the direct approach.
His generosity and his creativity has been an inspiration.
He's very passionate about animation.
Oh, you're very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Good grief. I didn't expect that. I've known David for many years. He's a great friend, and I value that friendship. Having him here tonight to give me this and say such nice words, it's made it doubly special. The people on the screen, the nice things they said, I'd like to thank them too. It's wonderful to find out. We'll not get through it. We'll not get through it. It's wonderful to find out that your friends still remember you with affection. I'd like to talk about a little something different, I think. I retired about, well, I don't know, can't remember how many years ago. I don't want to. I wanted to do a little painting, some writing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But about 18 months ago, I had a visit from Mark Hall. He came to see me with his son, Simon. Simon's been in our business, the business of making programs for children, all his working life, really. And they asked me what I thought about starting again, starting another business. I pointed out we weren't young anymore. And I pointed out that we weren't even middle-aged anymore. But then I remembered all the fun we'd had and the friends we'd made. So we set up this company. Some old friends joined us, like Ben Turner, Mike Waite, fine designers and fine filmmakers. And some new, talented friends have joined us. Colin Averis is one of them. And we settled down working on ideas, and people seemed to like the ideas that we were working on. And then Mark died. He was a man I worked with for 45 years. We were at art school together. Sorry, this is tough. Our children grew up together, and we made a lot of films together. And we miss him. I'd like to offer my congratulations to those of you who have won awards tonight, and those that didn't quite make it. Remember, there's always another night. Might be some sort of consolation for you to know that Danger Mouse was nominated for a BAFTA 11 times, and he never won. He never won. You know? Thank you for this. It makes me very pleased and a little proud. Thank you. Thank you.
What a great way to end the evening. I'm sure you'll agree. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's evening as much as I have. Congratulations to all the nominees and winners. It's been a wonderful evening celebrating our industry. Now, just before you go, I promise this is the last thing I'm going to say. Can we get total silence for what I'm about to announce, please? I first started working for BAFTA about 6 years ago. I used to do the stuff behind the scenes. When everybody won their awards, they'd come off backstage and I'd be sat there on my onesie. I'd have a suit on looking all posh, and I would have to interview people, legends like the Chuckle Brothers and people like that. It was kind of my first gig, really, what, they're legends? 18 series, are you kidding? It was one of my first proper steps into this sort of entertainment. And from the start of the show tonight, you heard John talking about a very special lady who's worked here for 15 years, Lisa Prime. Well, she was the first friendly face that I saw when I came here through the door, and since then, she's been like a lovely, warm cuddle every time I've seen her. And I am the worst, my agent will agree with this, at getting back to anybody about any event, because I'm too busy doing something else. And Lisa has been nothing but nice to me and has made sure that everything has been done and sorted for me for the past 6 years. So I know you're going to spend your own time tonight saying thank you to her and telling her how wonderful she is, but I'd like to do that here in front of everybody. So Lisa, can I get you on stage, please? Now, don't worry. I'm not going to ask you to do a speech, but I just want to say thank you so much. I know that everybody here is going to miss you massively. I'm getting emotional. What's going on? Could I get the flowers, please? Presented by somebody special to something special. I think that's how it works. Lisa Prime, everybody. Thank you very much. Cheers, Justin. I know that you'll all wish her the very best in everything that she continues to do. Have a lovely evening. Thank you and good night.